You're watching WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon. The news continues on WKYT. We're approaching 12:30.
I'm Barbara Bailey. Here's Bill Bryant. Not all of us will have to deal with the rain today, but if you get under a shower, watch for high water.
Yeah, there could be some real downpours. There is a threat for flooding due to yesterday's soaking rains and all of that is still around, the saturated ground. We have declared a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day remaining in place now. Let's get a check of the forecast quickly with meteorologist Micah Harris.
You know, guys, that's a perfect way to put it. The way you guys described it is this is not widespread flooding. This is going to be very isolated, but nonetheless, there still is that possibility for an isolated flooded spot. So that's what we have to be watching out for, little bits and pieces across the region, especially eastbound where you're getting little popcorn showers here and there, meaning they're going to be brief. You could get some heavy downpours, but they're very brief. It's not going to amount to anything. Looking down southwest, there's two little complexes we have to watch out for. These storms, if you watch them, if you watch the trend of them, they're actually moving down toward the southeast just a bit. This whole system's moving east, but the storm activity is moving southeast, but look what it's sparking up out ahead of that. So that's one to watch out for in the Cumberland region. And this is an area across the Bluegrass Parkway, 68 rolling through Marion County and Taylor County, and then 150 going through Boyle County into Springfield and Washington County. That's an area that picked up anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain yesterday, and maybe even some localized spots that we did not get reports of, maybe a little bit higher than that, close to 4 inches. That's the area to watch with this next complex. Complex is going to be rolling through E-Town here very shortly. So we're going to be watching this closely, and we'll keep you up to date as we go through time, and I'll have your full forecast and show you the timing on this to help you plan out the rest of your afternoon. Maybe you got to go out to the grocery store, knock some things out for the weekend. I'll have that for you coming up in just a few minutes.
We'll see you shortly. Thank you. There is some good news this afternoon in one of our major stories, the search for a driver who went missing during all this flooding.
That driver tried to cross the Salt River on Rice Road in Anderson County when high water washed the truck away. Now, this is video just into our newsroom of the Salt River. You can see how high it is because of that rain. The driver has since been found and is okay. That is not always the ending that we get.
Right.
A great thing to hear. WKYT's Mark Barber is live at the scene with more on where the crew is located. It's our top story at 12:30.
Good afternoon, Barbara. And that man who escaped from his vehicle, he was found late this morning in his home, safe there. Now, this is not the first time that this has happened. Just 2 months ago here, a family of 3 escaped from their vehicle after it was swept away by floodwaters here on Rice Road. Then again, it happened last night when a man drove straight into water that was 6 feet deep. Now, from the air and from the ground, search teams looked frantically for that driver. They looked for him through the night, and then they looked for him all throughout the morning. After search crews spotted his truck half a mile downstream with the driver's side window rolled down, deputies found the driver safe in his home. Almost every time it rains here, the Salt River swells past its banks and floods Rice Road. Just like you can count on the high waters gushing past the riverbank, firefighters say you can also bank on having drivers who try to power through the dangerously deep water.
They've had signs up in the past. They've been shot down and stolen. They've actually barricaded the road several times, and then when they do that, people just throw the barricades down because they can get through it.
Firefighters say the close call that this man had escaping from his vehicle here, they're hoping that close call will serve as a wake-up call for other drivers, saying that, hey, you do not drive through this dangerously deep water. Live in Anderson County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. And firefighters tell us a search pilot spotted a second vehicle in the river today. They're now trying to figure out whether that vehicle belongs to the family who escaped from their flooded car back in May. We continue to track breaking news this afternoon. A state judge has temporarily blocked Governor Matt Bevin's executive order abolishing and replacing the University of Louisville Board of Trustees. The judge's ruling temporarily strips the new board of its authority until a lawsuit filed by Attorney General Andy Beshear can be resolved. Beshear is holding a news conference on the ruling at 2 o'clock. We'll stream it live on WKYT.com.
2 people have survived a scary crash last night. Deputies and firefighters responded to the report of someone yelling for help on Forkland Road in Boyle County. When they got there, they found a Jeep nearly upside down in a creek. WKYT's Mike Byer tells us how they were finally brought to safety.
Boyle County first responders say 2 people are lucky to be alive after their Jeep left the roadway, plunging into this creek. The crash happened around 3:30 this morning on North Rolling Fork Creek off Forkland Road. The Boyle County Fire Department says the Jeep fell about 15 feet from the roadway into the creek. They tell us the Jeep struck a tree on the way down the embankment, which kept it from fully entering the water. They say this may have saved the lives of the 2 people inside. First responders tell us a passing vehicle heard the occupants yelling for help and immediately called 911. When rescue workers arrived, they found a man and a woman sitting on top of the Jeep. They've been identified as Wade Turner and Olivia Souders. Both were lifted from the swollen creek with a rope. We're told they received non-life-threatening injuries. Turner told police a blown-out tire caused him to lose control of the Jeep. Now, firefighters tell me it's a miracle that somebody heard Turner and Souders yelling for help because Forkland Road does not see a lot of traffic, especially during the overnight hours. In Boyle County, Mike Byer, WKYT.
All right, Mike, thank you. Officials say the creek was slightly over its normal level at the time. They say they're not sure how long the 2 were stranded.
A 13-year-old has been arrested and charged with assaulting her great-grandmother. The Whitley County Sheriff's Office says the girl hit the woman and sat on her during an argument over an iPad. The 72-year-old was treated for injuries to her head and neck at UK Hospital. The sheriff tells us the woman was raising the teenager.
To me, it's just repulsive that this would happen. But this day and time, we're seeing a lot of children raised by the grandmother, great-grandmothers. Not that common, but it happens. This child had been raised by the great-grandmother. It takes a good person, a real good person, to take on the child in this mannerism.
Now the teen is being held at the Breathitt County Juvenile Detention Center. Her great-grandmother has been released from the hospital. Investigators say they believe an eastern Kentucky home explosion is meth-related. The explosion happened last night on Orchid Branch in Floyd County. Dispatchers said a window was blown out and blue smoke came from the window. Fred Hunt was arrested on multiple meth-related charges. Well, it appears Florida is the first state in the continental U.S. to see local transmission of the Zika virus.
Health officials have confirmed 4 infections in Miami-Dade and Broward counties likely caused by Florida mosquitoes. Mark Albert is tracking the situation.
Florida's governor confirms 1 woman and 3 men likely got the Zika virus from a mosquito bite.
Florida has become the first state in our nation to have local transmission of the Zika virus.
Health officials believe the infections are occurring in a 1 square mile area just north of downtown Miami. They've been testing mosquitoes there for the past 2 weeks.
While no mosquito traps have tested positive for the Zika virus, the Department of Health is aggressively testing people in the affected area to ensure there are no other cases of this virus.
Officials in Florida are calling on Congress to finally strike a deal to fund the fight against Zika.
Congress didn't fund, and they went on recess. That's disappointing.
Pregnant women are at greatest risk because the virus can cause devastating birth defects. Florida residents are being urged to wear repellent and drain standing water around their homes.
It is everyone's responsibility to protect pregnant women and their growing babies. If we can keep low the total number of people who are infected in our state, we decrease the chances of pregnant women becoming infected by mosquitoes.
Yesterday, the FDA told blood centers in Miami-Dade and Broward counties to stop collecting donations until they can screen each unit of blood for Zika. Florida's main supplier of blood said it is starting testing today. Mark Albert, CBS News.
And the Kentucky Blood Center is not collecting blood donations from anyone who has traveled to Miami-Dade or Broward counties in Florida in the previous 4 weeks. Taking care of your car year-round. What do you need to know about that? Coming up on WKYT.
Also finding and developing your leadership skills. What you can learn at an upcoming summit.
We have some storms heading our direction, especially south of I-64 for today. We'll talk about that and show you if we have a flash flooding concern. That's coming up next.
Supergirl is soaring to the CW.
Really?
Catch the entire first season with back-to-back episodes on Mondays.
I love it.
Supergirl, back-to-back, Monday at 8, 7 Central.
Clients come into the office. The government has said, no, I don't believe you. You're not disabled.
The major problem with Social Security disability is that most people who sign up are denied at the initial level. If your claim's denied, don't give up. Call us immediately. We'll appeal your case.
We can do an effective job of representing you that will get you the benefits that you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast, 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
Don't miss Logan's huge summer clearance sale going on now with store-wide savings up to 70%. Our entire stock of name brand suits now 50 to 60% off. All spring and summer sport coats at least 50% off. Dress and casual slacks up to 60% off. Famous Maker ties up to 70% off. Spring and summer sportswear at least 50% off. Our entire stock of Cole-Haan shoes is now at least 30% off. For great savings store-wide, don't miss Logan's huge summer clearance sale going on now at Logan's of Lexington and the Tates Creek Center.
People really do live life in their Toyotas. Live well in the stylishly affordable Corolla S with Entune audio, Bluetooth, and backup camera, all standard. Now, during Toyota's summer sales event, get 0% financing up to 72 months. Or lease Corolla for $159 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Experience for yourself the fun and excitement of the Kentucky Splash Water Park in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Enjoy our 18,000 square foot wave pool, lazy river, or any of our exciting slides for only $10. Kentucky Splash Water Park off I-75 in Williamsburg.
If a denture were to be put under a microscope, we can see all the bacteria that still exists. Polident's unique MicroClean formula works in just 3 minutes, killing 99.99% of odor-causing bacteria for a cleaner, fresher, brighter denture every day.
Bits and pieces of brief heavy downpours at this moment across the region. Very popcorn-like scatter showers out and about. But really the main focus is down toward the southwest. That's the main focus. And little bits, and you can see that across Rockcastle County. Work your way back toward McKee. You're about to get in on the mix along with Sand Gap and also the Big Hill region across 21 and 421. That interchange right there. You're seeing at least a few showers around that area. I want to show you two complexes we're going to be watching for. One is heading toward E-Town, and we'll roll up the Bluegrass Parkway. And the farther it gets into the Bluegrass Parkway, the more it should just start to fade away. That's what all these weather models are pointing toward, and this as well. Watch these storms. Watch the movement of these. It's actually heading southeast just a bit. So the movement of these storms will take it into Tennessee, I would say, by the time it hits Clinton or even Wayne counties. But look at all the bits and pieces sparking up here and there. So you will get some heavy downpours, but in terms of just widespread flash flooding chances, it's not there today. I would say the best chance for an isolated flash flooding spot will be south of I-64 into, say, the Cumberland region and back toward the Hal Rogers Parkway. That's your best bet. 60% chance of rain in that area. The farther you go north, better likelihood of actually being skipped by one of these showers or thunderstorms. Now, as we go off into the night, I would say evening time, anywhere from 6 p.m. to about 10 p.m. is when you could see actual thunderstorms form to the north and northwest of us, slide into the northwestern zones, and eventually make its way into the Bluegrass region. Now, how strong they'll be at that moment, because most of the energy is still well back to the west of us, we'll have to watch and see on radar. We'll see, but as of right now, that's kind of the setup we're going to be dealing with. Central northern zones, it's mainly during the evening, nighttime hours, as opposed to afternoon being mainly south of I-64. Heavy downpours, no doubt about it, our main threat. Saturday, more showers and thunderstorms, locally heavy rains. That's really what we're going to be focusing on, just because we have such a saturated ground. You get one storm after another, and it can lead to flooding very quickly. Sunday, a much smaller chance of rain. Temperatures there in the mid-80s. So trying to make some plans. I would say Sunday, I've had many questions about Saturday. Saturday, can I go play golf? Can we have a birthday outside? I would say stick to your plans, even today and off towards your weekend. But just know this, you might have to dodge a couple of rumbles of thunder. Now, it's not going to be an all-day type of situation. That's why I say stick to it. But May have to adjust around them. We'll see how that turns out the next 3 days.
I don't want another birthday so fast, though.
I know. I'll come, man. Just have it this weekend. I'll be there.
Just make a cake. Make a cake. All right. Sounds good. Thank you. We hope you'll keep it here. How often should you rotate your tires? Should you add coolant from time to time? Lots of things about the car.
We're talking Vehicle Maintenance 101 next on WKYT.
On Friday, I tripped in the outfield. My dentures got cracked on the ball. I called Aspen Dental to get them replaced, and they saw me in no time at all. They worked on my teeth while I worked on my swing, and what's more, all that work only cost me a thing. So now that my dentures are firmly in place, when I slide in the third, I can leave with my face.
With dentures starting at just $3.99 and a money-back guarantee, dentistry's never been easier. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
I'm a Toyota truck. I like to get dirty. I'm made in America. I can tow over 10,000 pounds. I'm indestructible. I keep my family safe. I work hard. I play hard. I am a Toyota truck. Right now, get a new 2016 Tundra with 1.9% financing for 60 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Mr. Brady, we've been expecting you. Will you be needing anything else?
No, not a thing.
Beauty Rest Black. Get your beauty rest. Beauty Rest Black is available at Value City Furniture. Come in today or visit vcf.com.
I'm Mary Courtney. My husband Shane and I started growing produce in 2010. Now we raise eggplants, cucumbers, peppers, and more. We're also raising our 4 children. When you buy Kentucky Proud products from Kroger, you support farm families like ours. Look for produce from Courtney Farms and other Kentucky Proud products available every day at Kroger.
Head to Kroger and get locally grown cucumbers or green onions, now 2 for 99 cents. And Perdue boneless chicken breasts are $2.99 a pound at Kroger.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew, yourself. Don't just walk about it. Stop it before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers.
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
Furniture World Superstore's 45th anniversary sale is on. Love the style. Love the quality. Love the savings. Sofas, sectionals, and motion furniture. Dining sets, bedroom furniture, and mattresses. The best name brands. Trisha Yearwood, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Tempur-Pedic. Anniversary savings throughout the store. Plus no interest for 2 full years. Furniture World Superstore. Happy 45th anniversary.
All right, welcome back to WKYT as our noon news hour continues. We typically think about maintenance on our vehicle during the winter months with snow and ice playing a factor, but keeping your car up to date in hot weather and year-round is important as well.
Dale Carey, Tire Discounters Regional Manager, is here with some important advice. Welcome, glad to have you here.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
What is the main thing to keep in mind to keep your car up and running and ready to go?
Regular maintenance. Keep up with your car, get in a routine, find someone you trust, unless you happen to do that yourself.
What about coolant? How often do you need to do that? What do you need to consider there?
Always follow the manufacturer's recommendation. It's in your owner's manual. It's hard for an individual. You could check the level, but as far as the coolant, there's test strips that we would have or automotive shops. Let them test it, and they'll tell you if it's still good or needs to be changed.
All right, now, you said that tires are really important and often overlooked in terms of if the tread is getting down, that kind of thing, and proper inflation. What are some things about the tires to keep in mind?
Pressure check it monthly or weekly. you know, depending on your vehicle. You can use it, we just discussed the penny. You can use the penny and stick it in your tire. This is a little more elaborate, and it's going to show you the tread depth, and if you start to see yellow or red, you know that it's time to start considering tires.
You know you have a problem then.
How important is rotating those tires?
Oh, rotation done regularly will get you the best wear. It'll keep them quiet. Your satisfaction will be at the highest level. Every oil change rotates your tires.
We always hear about having an emergency kit with you. What do you need to have in it?
There's all kinds of them. I'm not recommending this particular brand, but it is the one I happen to carry. And it's got a flashlight, it's got some reflectors, it's got an air pump in it, it's got some bandages and stuff there. So kind of a quick thing to help you out, and I definitely recommend you have something. You need a plan. Don't make the first time you're having to change a tire be the first time you've ever looked in there. You're probably going to be in trouble.
Right. You know, we were talking about earlier, when you have the cold weather in the winter, oftentimes it's, well, it won't even start, so you're not going anywhere. Unfortunately, sometimes in the summer, it's that you get going and then you have the problems and you get stuck somewhere in that heat, and you don't want either.
No, and regular maintenance will help that. Understand your vehicle, be familiar with it, know how to open the hood, know where your papers are, where your stuff would be in the trunk, and that goes a long way.
All right, so remember, regular maintenance.
Absolutely.
That's important.
All right.
Thank
We
you
really
very much.
Appreciate you coming in. All right.
Well, here's a way to sharpen your skills and help develop the people you lead, both at work and at home.
I'm going to tell you about the Global Leadership Summit. It's coming to Lexington, and it's just ahead on WKYT.
Hi everyone, Amber Kanoy here from MomsEveryday.com. We're over at Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI with Devonna Sayre. Now I'm curious, so if my doctor tells me or the hospital tells me that I have got to have some sort of imaging or scan done, is that a set price or should we really be shopping around for that?
You really do need to shop around and call and compare prices. You need to be your best advocate, not only for your health, but also for your pocketbook. We love it when patients call and compare, so we can tell them based on their insurance and what exactly they need to have done. We can give them a very good estimate about how much they will have to pay up front.
I know I'm trying to make those health savings account dollars work a little bit further, so that helps.
You are exactly right. Health savings accounts and higher deductibles, patients need to be more aware of how much they are spending, and we love it when patients can come here and save money, and we do that every day.
And they always have a choice.
That's right. It is your choice where you go.
All right, for more information, go online to momseveryday.com.
Your late news should be new. Crazy concept, right? Thankfully, WKYT is putting the new back in late news. WKYT News at 11 is always fresh with newer stories and more updates. So there's less repetition, which means no wasted time. I watch Sam and Amber for my news and Chris Bailey for a forecast that lets me know what to expect for tomorrow. WKYT News at 11. Newer, fresher, worth staying up for.
Neil Huffman Honda of Frankfort. Visit our website at huffmanhondafrankfurt.com/TV.
The estate sale of Albert Sandy Suffaletta ends this Saturday at 5 p.m. as Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs closes its Georgetown location. Hurry in to either location for great savings on Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, sleepers, and reclining sofas. Hurry in for great savings on mattresses by Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. And all bedroom and dining room furniture must be liquidated. Our Georgetown store will close, but our Nicholasville Road location will continue to serve you. Take advantage of tremendous savings at Suff's estate liquidation sale.
You know, Kentucky weather is what it is. For those of us who've lived here our entire lives, we've just accepted the fact that we're never going to be able to control it. I remember growing up in Salyersville and wondering, what is it about Kentucky that makes our weather so ridiculous? And that passion to understand it has led me to where I am today. While I still can't control it, I sure as heck really understand it. I'm WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, and I stand for Kentucky.
We're following breaking news.
Our CBS News investigation is sparking strong reactions.
Jeff Begay is at FBI headquarters.
Holly Williams is along the Syrian border.
Charlie Daggett is on the ground with Kurdish forces.
This could be the best story of the morning.
This is a very big deal for us, and we are really, really psyched about it.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on News Radio 630 WLAP.
Welcome back to WKYT News. Are you looking to be a better leader? If so, you don't want to miss an event that's coming to Lexington in a couple of weeks.
To talk about the Global Leadership Summit, we're joined by Greg Horn, campus pastor at Vineyard Church. along with Sherry Beth Daly, Community Director at Quest Community Church. We do welcome you. Glad to have you in here today.
Thanks so much.
I appreciate it. Tell us about this summit. What's coming up?
Well, it's a two-day event that kicks off, and it's hosted in Chicago, but it's cast over 200 host sites, and so we have one of those here in Lexington. It's an opportunity to come together and get better as a leader, no matter what your station is, whether you're a business owner, a stay-at-home mom, just to get better. They bring in a world-class faculty. It's really a phenomenal opportunity to leverage for leadership development.
And tell us more what people can expect there. You know, how do they go about developing leadership skills?
Well, the thing we love about it, you know, kids go to their camps, but this is kind of like adult camp. You know, 2-day camp for adults to go to a Thursday and Friday. Obviously hard to go for a whole week. And it's a great mixture between both business and spiritual side. And everybody kind of, I think, has a God-sized shaped hole in that they want to get filled. And it's a great combination of pastors, but also business leaders such as John Maxwell, Patrick Lencioni's going to be there, Alan McAulty, who helped do the Ford turnaround. So just a great balance. Also, we have, Bill Gates, Melinda Gates is going to be speaking too. That has one of the biggest nonprofit foundations in the world.
What would you hope that people would take away from this after they attend this couple of days? What would they then be better empowered to do?
Well, I've been attending this since 2001, and it absolutely has been intricately connected to me getting better, not only as a leader in the different capacities that I lead, but also as a mom, as a spouse, just in every facet of my life, I get better. And so there are actionable things that each person will take away. It's geared towards not just kind of giving you new ideas, but also really things that you can take action with to improve your business. And they're really geared towards the marketplace, so and getting business leaders better where they're leading.
And I hear you saying if you've been there before, you can still come back and learn more. How do people take part? What do they need to do?
All they need to do is go to willowcreek.com/summit, and they can enter in the city that they're in, and it'll take them directly to register there. And so it's a really simple process. They can just go directly to that website.
All right. Very good. The 11th and 12th of August, 9:30 to 5:30. So it's a commitment there, a couple of days. And you see the price and more information at willowcreek.com/summit. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy the weekend now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a pretty good day going out there. We're watching for the possibility as we go along that we could have those sort of instant downpours as we've had. So let's check in with Micah.
Yeah, that's going to be the case. It's not going to be widespread like you saw yesterday, but it is hit and miss outside the rest of the afternoon. Some will see the rain, some will not. The best percentage of rain, the best chance, it's going to be south of I-64. There's no doubt about that. And it looks like this complex actually rolls through E-Town and rolls up the BG Parkway. Should fall apart as it moves a little bit closer to us. But, guys, watch southbound the rest of the afternoon.
All right. Thank you for joining us for WKYT News at noon. And our next newscast is at 4.
Have a great weekend.